I want to know what it is, where I come from, where we go when we pass away. What is it? What is it life, and what are we doing here? The breath is connected to the body, to the emotion, to your thoughts, and from the whole system. And it's an expression how you are here on earth. When you are born, these energies, what surrounds you and where you come from, connects inside of you. And this connection is doing the breath.
Welcome to the show. I remember when we met in Greenland in the bus, you told me your name is Angela. Angela. And I would love to let the audience know who you are, if you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Angela Sommerfeld, and I work with the breath, sound and intention. On one part I'm a musician, I'm a trumpet player, and on the other part I'm a therapist. My main subject is that you can reach everything inside by managing your breathing.
Right. Yeah.
Because the breath is connected with everything.
The topic of today is also if you control breath, you control life. And
you're the own life.
Yes, but maybe interesting for the audience to know you healed your son from leukemia, and you had the pleasure in many ways maybe to work with so many different people, also a lot of addicted people, right?
Yeah, I worked a lot with addiction. For me, the point is you need the inner impulse to change. And if you have the inner impulse to change your life, the rest will follow. You will meet the right people. To come back to the breath, it's not only the breath, it's the consciousness which you change about yourself.
I'm fully on that topic, these trigger moments in life, and they have to come from inside, because everything from outside is not sustainable. If I want to quit smoking because it's so popular, it has to come from a deeper conviction inside. What have you seen in your stories or work? What were those trigger moments that people really changed?
Some seekers were going to look, I want to know what it is, where I come from, where we go when we pass away, when we're leaving this body. What is it? What is it life, and what are we doing here?
My theory about life is that we are not here to suffer, and that's a controversial topic in spirituality, because some people really misunderstood, in my opinion, that we are here to suffer and we need to go through hell and reincarnation to finally arrive in heaven. But in my opinion, we can have
That's very Christian.
Right away.
That's very Christian for me, for my
So you would also
opinion.
agree no suffering needed?
It's not needed, but to come into this body, and this body is vulnerable. You can be hurt physically, and this is also connected with feelings. Also your feelings can be hurted. So, but it's your decision how you handle it. If you break your leg, it will hurt, and you will suffer for this pain. But that doesn't mean that you suffer the whole time.
Yeah.
It's in this moment, and it's with emotions. It's the same. Yeah. You have always a choice, and it's not that you have to suffer to live here. It's more about the consciousness. Of course, there are people born in really bad circumstances where they have no enough food and no enough clean water, and they start suffering. But to the same time, when you go to poor countries and see these people, there's a lot of them. They have something inside. I always wonder. They're still kindly. They still go with you, and from a meta point, suffering is also an option in life.
We have, I remember that saying that you have to only remember that you are always clean water or clear water, even if you are in a mud environment or in a dirty environment, and maybe that is the phrase of you always have a choice. Even under the worst condition, you can still have a very happy life.
How you handle it inside. Maybe you don't have a choice in outside. If you are born in a slum, probably you don't have at first no choice. but you have a choice inside.
Yeah.
How to handle. That's for me, for the Western people in the modern world. We have everything. We have the basic things, and we are not happy.
I think we have too much, and I always call it entertainment, and entertainment in many ways is distraction of who we truly are. So therefore we are by default more disconnected from nature, our own inner being. I wanted to speak about breath because it can also, in relation to suffer, you can just change your breath for a moment, and post the suffering you step almost back and observe who is suffering and why.
Even the science now knows if you breathe short in and breathe in long term out, make a pause and make it for a while, your whole nervous system is coming down. You don't have to be like excited like this. So we have two ways to handle the breath, with hyperventilation or hypoventilation. The one is to reduce, so the kriya working with this part, or hyperventilation. You do it with rebirthing techniques. But in the end, when you do it properly, it comes to the same point of consciousness.
Yeah, I want to go into that because my first spiritual experience was inhalation, where I had like not like psychedelic, but uplifting experience.
It is. They found out you have the same things in your brain as when you take LSD.
Can we stay on this theory you mentioned yesterday, that we are born with the first inhalation and we depart with the last exhalation?
Yes.
That we are literally at the end one connected breath on this planet.
It is one connected breath. Yeah. You start with breathing in, and then you breathe out, and death and birth, life and death is in one breath, in one circle.
Yeah.
It never stops. So we do it our whole life until our last breath. But in between, something changed. So you work shorter out, longer in, or reverse. The breath is connected to the body, to the emotion, to your thoughts. It's influence from the whole system, and it's an expression how you are here on Earth.
Mm.
You can observe. If you always breathe here, stress.
Yeah.
If you are really calm, you breathe more deeper.
I'm not an advanced, I'm maybe beginner medium in terms of understanding about I know it's one of the most profound tools. Again, if you control breath, you control your life. And yet, for example, in my situation in business, not today, I'm more calm. When it used to be very stressful, I just focused on 10 deep breaths. And I mean, as simple as it is, I did many times in cars before going to customers, and it changes my world.
Yes.
Or if you have something which bothers you in relationship, usually with other beings, when you become emotional, 10 breaths is almost like sleeping one night. You have the same experience.
Yes, for me, when I really have to contact with myself, I close my eyes and breathe out. And stop a little bit. And connect with me inside. And me is not this body. And then I can look into the world again.
Yeah, for me, the breath, I mentioned to you the movie which I love from Ram Dass and Krishna Das, Becoming Nobody is the name. And it's brilliant because breath for me is the connection from the physical to the energetic realm.
It is.
That's why I can almost pause the matrix. If I'm more aware or more in control of breath, I can really put these little breaks in between analyzing this matrix experience.
Yes, and to the same time, our breathing is giving energy into this world. The Indians say when the heart begins to beat, the soul comes into the matter. Mm. And when you are born, these energies, what surrounds you and where you come from, connects inside of you. And this connection is doing the breath. If you don't inhale again, you are gone. So this is like a motor who keeps the whole system running. 3 minutes without breathing, it's done.
That's maybe also the topic where we can go in the let's say second direction I wanted to talk about you, because we have both experience with you more on the addiction side with people who use substances or drugs. I'm more from a user side, because I can admit I have had experience with most of the psychedelic drugs I'm interested. I'm not interested in shit drugs like cocaine and crystal meth, which have no health benefit at all. We spoke about that many people, they're not really comfortable in their body, or they have not really merged their soul and the body. If you take substances then, or drugs, for example ketamine, you are always running away from life. You can't really use that tool in a proper way, because you are not even present without substances. You are not here. You basically, what I wanted to say, you don't have the sensations or the feelings from the body to even be in control. For example, alcohol, that the body will tell you when you have to stop drinking, for example, when you feel tipsy. It would be so logical.
It's all a question of intention and in which context you are doing these things. For me, it's I don't want to take anything into me, because I want to open the door by myself.
Yeah.
You can open these doors with managing your breath and your body. But it's a way, and it's work. There are a lot of descriptions in Buddhism and Hinduism how to go this way and make these experiences. And for me, if you use substances, you open the door, which you have to work a lot before you open it by yourself. If you do it in the right context, and you don't have to do it every day, as an experience that you take into your life and make use of it and try to find your own way without this door opener on long term. But I saw a lot of people who are suffering because they crossed very early this line with addiction, and then it's just to escape from things here on earth.
Yeah, for me, I mentioned in another podcast that for me, you can take the elevator up in life. You have a good life, you are present in the moment, and you want to boost those positive emotions with substances. And then I understand it, and yet also it's only for me a phase in life to, as you described, to open the door with the key. The substance can show me the direction to this door, which maybe with meditation it takes much longer time. But if I'm generally on the elevator down in life, with already maybe being burned out, depressed, running away from the suffering through substances, I think then also my body will never tell me when it's enough. I mentioned a case when you snore ketamine on a Tuesday afternoon at 4 p.m. I mean, or you take LSD to go into a restaurant. What the fuck? Why would? I mean, many people would say, why would you ever? And I respect people who say, like you, I don't need it. I will be. Once I told you, once I took all my lessons, I will be in the same position. I say, why the fuck? I don't need it, because I can go there with breath, with meditation. I have learned what I needed to learn with psychedelic substances.
I think with everything, we always search the easy way. So we had at first we had bicycles, we had cars, we have trains, we have airplanes from one point to another. We have fridges, we have washing machines.
Tools.
Even with this, we are using tools to reach more comfort. For me, it's not the point on this subject to have more comfort. I think it's important, for my opinion, to make the whole way.
Maybe for the audience it's interesting, because we both like Sadhguru, and he said not too long ago, which changed a little bit my perspective. He said we are not more superior than animals or other species on this planet because we are cognitive. I always thought it's the cognitive which makes us smarter. But he was actually, in my opinion, right. He said we are using tools. Where a few animals use tools, like the crows. They use, I think even ants. Some animals use tools, but in a very primitive way. So we invented a lot of tools, but in many ways we don't know how to use them.
Or to use them properly. You know, the humans, we have a lot of knowledge and developed really crazy stuff for us, but we don't use this knowledge wisely.
That's maybe also going back to the breath, that the breath is maybe one of top 3 tools we have, and we don't know how to use it because we never learn it. It's same like the example I made with my friend who had to learn chewing because we only swallow. We don't take the nutrition out of the food because we eat so fast. And including myself, I tried many times. It's very difficult to change that habit, to eat more consciously, or how you walk. I think walking for me already changed in a big time, to walk consciously. It's a game changer. But we never learn this. We don't learn this in school.
We are so much separated from our natural being. We are a part of the animal world with consciousness. And we didn't learn to handle this. And we are born, but there was no description for us how this really works.
Yeah, exactly. And people don't understand that, in my opinion, 200,000 years we are roughly on the planet. And from those 200,000 years, we were 190,000 years on the move, nomadic, and 100 years in office. So 100 years in office is not our natural habitat for sure.
This part is much more older in this memory, what it needs. We forgot at most.
Maybe for the audience, to keep it also very practical, what would be like 3 takeaways or giveaways we can give to the audience? Like small...
There are really nice, smart breathing exercises with count to 4, breathe out and inhale, breathe out, count to 8, and then make a little pause, and then 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Pause, and again make it for 10 minutes. You will automatically come down. If you have too less energy, go
like we did yesterday.
But move yourself. Don't close your eyes, don't lay down. Just take more energy into yourself. And the third is sit down, don't move anything, and just observe. Just observe what your breath is doing.
I shared with you the most profound is the most simple, is maybe also with our common friend, the shaman Luca. Is like you can run around the globe, and at the end the most profound would be just to sit in silence for 5 minutes a day. And you don't need to read books and buy expensive machine. I think for many people that would be already a game changer.
Yeah, it is.
We are living in I told you, the most amazing and fascinating time since, I believe, 10,000 years. It's a big cycle which comes to an end. And yet many people will really suffer because a lot will change, or the reality, the perception and the reality will be maybe a big difference. The people also need to understand, I'm not painting out the apocalypse.
Apocalypse,
yeah,
you mean?
No, for me it's like, it's a natural process that systems will come to an end, and systems do and will fail. For example, in my opinion, the financial system will melt down latest next year. But it will have great consequences on people. After you could already see what happens with COVID. What's for you in that equation, or how they simply focus on the breath to not go mad, or how you see the world the next few years?
No. um, I'm a little bit. I'm thinking if I should ask as a family member, as a mother, to look to my children and say, "Oh my goodness, what for a world!" On my spiritual path, the world is always changing, and there were always rough times for humans, and not only for humans. It's a cycle. We are in a cycle, and the things will change. Nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
Nothing, and the Buddhists say we are in the this absteigendes Kalpa, decreasing Kalpa. It's going back and then it comes again.
It's almost like a breath.
It's almost like a breath. It's running, and so we are here on this earth a really short time. When you see the earth, it's a spark, and you are gone. So, but we think so. Even when I grown up, so this the navel. I'm the navel of the world, but that's not true. That's not true. I'm a little spark, and the spark will glow, and then it's gone here on this matter.
So that's also.
I don't worry. I don't.
No.
No, I don't worry.
Me neither. No, I'm excited. For me, it's more what you said. The time is so precious when people. I think in many ways, or I feel in many ways, we are looking too closely, because just time perception. If we say instead of 8 years we live 4,000 weeks, people, then you really understand how precious a week is.
Yeah.
If we have only 4,000 of it, it's not that many, or I don't know how many days. It would be another, let's say 12,000 days. It's not. Then you become aware. Oh shit! I have just spent 5 days, maybe with whatever.
But the main point is that mostly in this world or in the Western society, the death skipped out. That you don't confrontate yourself that your life will end.
Yeah,
That's it. It will come, if you want or not. That's sure. That's the only point which is sure.
Yeah. So one of my beloved close people said this week, somebody's uncles are dying and he's greatly suffering. And my question was like, what do you expect me? I can send my condolences. I don't know these guys. I don't know your friend very well. I can only say, at one point, they will go anyway. You know, there is a saying, it's not love which keeps the world goes round, it's the denial of death. That's really fascinating that we deny our own mortality, and I believe you can only live free and in the here and now if you can make peace with the only fact and certainty we have in life we're going to pass over at one point.
When you inhale, there's this point of no return, and when you inhale and this moment of silence, and when you exhale, this moment of silence and nothing. So if you learn to enjoy this moment, you really can see, now we are here, we're sitting here, we're talking. This is now. Nothing else. Everything else is somewhere in the orbit.
And heaven and hell is nowhere. It's only a construct of your own. It is heaven in many ways, and it will remain heaven in many ways. It's how you, what you have chosen it to be.
Yeah. And how you focus on. How you focus on. Yeah. You focus on joy, or you focus on suffer, on constructive things, or your thinking is, what could happen? Or if you say, no, it's good, the life is here.
Maybe we can give this away to the audience, that there is a lot of joy, hope and happiness, and regardless how the world will change, it will be always an amazing...
There is hope. There's a lot of hope.
Yes. Okay, I'm like deeply grateful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.